welcome to MFackCoaching on YouTube. My name is Megan. I'm the coach here, and I am so thankful you are here. This video is a YouTube collab loop group hosted by Creatively Lisa Marie. So when you get to her video, tell her hi. The theme this week is journey. And so I take that theme. Planner-wise, I do not take it literally. What I say wise, I take it very literally in terms of the journey, my planner journey. So you're gonna hear about my planner journey while you see me create a spread about space, literally outer space, because whenever I think of journeys, I think of the grand adventure. I think of Star Trek is really what I think. So you'll hear me talk about that in the video. Thank you so much for being here. I'll just get to it now. For today's theme of journey, I thought I would share my planner journey with you while I create a spread about space, because that is where, if I could journey anywhere, if I could be in a fictional world, I would go to Star Trek in a heartbeat. Yes, I'm a nerd. I'll take it. It's fine. But like the idea of traveling to space is just one that I love. And so when I think of journeys, I do tend to think of space. I think of travel. So I'm going to do a journey spread, journey into space, and I thought I would talk to you throughout about my planner journey. Before we get started, I will be using some Mojo Jojo plans in some different blues. Really need to get this sticker book again. Almost out of all the colors of blue, and then I just have some different stickers here. This one I can't remember. There's a podcast that I got these stickers from, and then I just have these fun stickers from different places, all space related. This is my journal planner, so it's a Happy Planner Big, and I just try to create space for me to write every day. Sometimes I succeed, sometimes I fail. That's okay. So let's see where my brain goes with these stickers. The only thing I know, like, I just tossed this down like to do this spread, but I decided I like the idea. It says take up space. So I like the idea of it being in a place on the spread that would do just that. It would take up space. So we're going to use the last remaining this size box that I have. Oh, I have one more there. That's okay. Over here in this corner, I'm going to put this down. And that's how I'm going to get this spread started. So my planner journey that I can remember, it essentially started in junior high. That's when my school gave us the first planners for well, to me they were free. I don't know if my parents had to pay something extra for them, but everyone got them. So it wasn't like unique to me by any means. Anyway, maybe I just don't know if they were like part of taxes or what. Anyways, that's when I first remember getting them and, decorating them, usually with just like doodles, and of course just writing down all the things that I had to do for class. There we go. And so that is what I used a planner for. Then in high school, my mom listened to or watched an episode of Oprah about gratitude journaling and bought me a gratitude journal, which still I think is the most amazing like marketing ever, just because it was just like she bought me the Oprah approved, gratitude journal, which was like a journal with every day listed. So January 1st, and then 5 lines. January 2nd, 5, oh my God. So, yeah, so amazing in terms of like getting, anyway, it just like what a book. Like anyone could write that book, but this woman did and was on Oprah and hasn't, made a fortune, I'm sure. Good for her. Anyways, that's a side idea, side point there. After college, where I still used a planner in college because they were available for purchase at the college bookstores. After college, I didn't really use a planner, but because I had that gratitude journal, I was still gratitude journaling, and actually talked about, like one of my master's thesis was on gratitude journaling and the importance of reading what you had written. And, using your gratitude, like when do you write, when do you not write, what does that mean? Those types of things. So journaling's always been really important to me, as is, planning. But then I didn't really use a planner for years. And then in COVID, like the very beginning, like COVID had barely started, and the YouTube algorithm, thanks YouTube, was like, hey, we think you'd like this, this channel. And it was Planning with Bumble. And I, of course, did love the channel and felt inspired by her to create my own YouTube channel, which you guys are watching, so thanks. Mainly as a form of like accountability, and then just to see if I could do it. And then of course, there is the like validation that comes with the idea that if the channel blows up and people really like what I create, then clearly that means I have some artistic talent. Now, I won't say that I think that last part happened, but I actually really quickly pivoted from thinking of myself as like a YouTube planner star or something. I don't even know what that would mean. But I pivoted from that to Patreon, because I realized that what I really like to do is more akin to coaching. I am, a psychology professor, so it probably shouldn't be any surprise that I enjoy more of a coaching format. And so I now have my Patreon group, where we, every month, we talk about a different emotion. And we we have a book club. So right now we're reading Tiny Experiments. And then I do little planner nudges, and we do planner sessions once a month together. And then on Sundays, I walk everybody through kind of like what my process is and how that process is going these days. I really want to pick up that sticker. We'll see if that works here in a minute. I decided those are going to be my biggest stickers, these two, and then I needed to get some other big stickers down. I might add this astronaut guy, so cool, or girl, just this astronaut. That doesn't have to be a guy. I just was raised at a time where we still said guys to mean everybody. Anyway, so now in my planner journey, I now have this Patreon group that I absolutely adore. And if you have any interest and joining. We'd love to see you over there. My niche, speaking of journey, as you may know, I'm now in Germany, in Berlin. My husband and I moved here, not even for a year. We'll be here for 10 months. And we are here so that my husband can do a research fellowship. And so I had to quit my job. And I am now trying to find a job that allows me to work in Berlin, get paid out of California, and of course be remote because I don't know German. I'm learning German ever so slowly, but it's, if anyone has ever told you German is easy, they lied. I don't think anyone ever actually says that. It might be easier than some other languages, for sure, but it is not easy on its own, or not just a simple language. Anyway, so that's where I'm at right now. And so what that has done is it's actually given me a bit more time to focus on my Patreon group, which has been really fun, really exciting. And to try to, I guess, market said Patreon group. I know that word is not like dirty by any means, but it just doesn't sound good, if you know what I mean, in terms of like advertising. But the only way to make a go of my Patreon group and being able to have that fund me is to see if more people will join and if they are enjoying it and all those things. So that's what I'm currently focusing on. So I'm trying to come up with like the best way to explain what I want to do in my Patreon group. My Patreon group we definitely focus on emotions. So I want to work with planners and I want to create a space for planners and to support planners, of course, on their planner journey, while encouraging them to dig deeper into their own emotions. And the reason for that is because our lives actually feel fuller, they feel bigger when we allow ourselves to feel all the full spectrum of our emotions. But that said, emotions are things like people tend to not want to focus on or not want to dwell on for various reasons. And so I'm still trying to find ways to advertise that well, and to help people see the need for such a group, such a coaching group. I don't love that. It's very sad. I like it and I like the idea of it. Let's see if I like it any better here. Let's try that. I think something needs to go in that space, but I didn't love that particular option. Let's try a different. I have a love-hate relationship with 3D things, because I love them. I love it. I love the 3D, but then when you're trying to write, particularly on the next week, it gets a lot harder. So like on the back, when I'm writing here, which will be a currently page, it can sometimes get a little bit difficult, but not so difficult that I'm not going to do it because I love it. Let's see. just love this take up space, and I don't want to like cover that up, but I like the kind of energy that this blast off also gives with the taking up space. So let's see what else with my planner journey. So planner journey, we got Patreon, got what I'm working on right now. Then we also have what I'm going to do next, which I'm super excited about. I don't think I have space for both of these. I'll have to put one back. What is coming next, particularly for my YouTube channel, I am in the process of recording a new series. That series, because I'm leaning into the professor role, that series is going to be called Planner 101. And I am super excited about it. So Planner 101, it's going to start very basic and just talk to people about the very basics of decorative planning. And then, so the basics being like, what journal or what paper should I use? What format do I need? What tools should I use? How should I use the planner in terms of like routines? So that's going to be the first month of Planner 101. And then we're going to move into ideas around the actual decorating. So not hard and fast art rules, but rules that can help you if you are a decorative planner and you're trying to figure out spacing, for instance, which none of us ever have any trouble with at all. At least I'm talking from myself here. And so we're gonna talk about that a bit. So that will be in September. So I'm really excited about what is coming up and about what I'll be doing. And yeah, so it's just, this planner journey is fun. And I would love to hear even more about your journey. And I think this group is a more like spiritual, faithful group in terms of the collab. So I will share with you, I actually have a background in in seminary. So I went to Christian Theological Seminary. It is a small college or university or, seminary in Indiana, in Indianapolis. And so part of my journey and part of the reason why I love Patreon is that it gives me this chance to use some of the skills that I was taught in my classes in terms of like preaching skills, which of course I do not do. I never intended to be a preacher or a pastor. I always intended to be a counselor. I just wanted to come at it from a faith position because I think that position is really helpful in healing. Our faith can be a true avenue for healing, and I wanted to make sure that avenue was open in my therapy office. That didn't go anywhere, so to speak, because I got married and moved out of the state of Indiana and moved to California. And at the time, this dates myself, but at the time there was not an individual counseling in California. They only had marriage and family therapy counseling, and they told me didn't have enough hours and I was gonna have to do a lot of work and blah, blah, blah. And I'm not afraid of work, but I had to take 5 more classes, all in child development, which is fine, but that was not, like, children were not gonna be my focus. Also I couldn't get in-state rates or financial aid because I already had my degree. So this was not gonna work well for me. And so I pivoted to advising. And I have this box now. I don't know where I want to put it. We'll put it here. Yeah, and pivoted toward advising and teaching. And that's where I have been ever since. All right. So all that to say is that it is fun for me to look back and try to just see the ways in which my journey has led me to where I am today. And because I just never would have imagined that my husband and I would be in Berlin. I never imagined, becoming a decorative planner. It's just fun to look back and see what I could never have imagined, but where where I feel called. And that's also a huge piece of the Patreon group, because it really just highlights a skill set that other places don't allow me to highlight. All right, I think I need some more stars just anywhere throughout, and then we're gonna call this done. Man, this has been so much fun to put together, and I'm really excited to see what other people did with the concept of journey. Journey through your dreams, journey through space and time. It was just fun to think back of how I got to where I am today. So thank you so much for joining me on this journey. I hope that you've had a great week. I hope you'll join me on Wednesday. I can't remember off the top of my head. I think actually the theme for Wednesday might be moon. So more space, which I am 100% down with. I have a lot more stickers for that. So I hope you will join me on Wednesday for that. And I hope you'll have a truly fantastic week. And don't forget to watch the next video and watch the whole loop. When you get back here, you are done. And you'll just have to, find another theme to find a loop for. Thank you. Enjoy your journey, and maybe find us on Patreon. Take care. Bye.